Many thanks for staying on the marketplace. Welcome back. Now, about 1,500 people are targeted for employment by local garment maker Unij Company Limited at its new factory to be established in Kumasi in the Ashanti region under government's industrialization drive. Chief Executive Janet Abogbugi says the company has also been selected by the One District, One Factory initiative. She says majority of the potential employees will be women, with about 500 of them head porters. The 2017 Ghana Chamber of Commerce and Industry Business Woman of the Year award winner is positive about the future. Prince Appiah visited her workstation recently and has filed this report.
Grace Yamwa is a junior high school dropout now learning to sew. She is one of hundreds of young people undergoing training at Unij Company Limited.
I completed JHS and I came to Unij to learn how to sew. I didn't know anything about sewing. So as I came to Unij helped me to know how to sew, and now I can do a sewing line.
Established 35 years ago on a veranda by a head porter, the company is one of the fastest growing clothing businesses in Ghana. Unij supplies uniforms to 25% of the public senior high schools in Ghana through the Ghana Education Service. Janet Abogbugi is the CEO.
My intention was to go to secondary school to become a teacher as professional in future. But lack of money, my parents couldn't afford my school fees. So I have to learn, I have to carry paupa, which is head porter in the market, central market. And then after that, start roasting granules. From then, I gather some money and learn the trade.
The young men and women trainees here are largely from less fortunate backgrounds. Mrs. Abogbugi traces her past and wants to support head porters, popularly known as Kayayes.
And I'm lucky we have selected for One District, One Factory. So we have a land at Kumasi here that we are going to build a factory. And I want to employ around 1,500 people. And I hope it will be 1,200 women and 300 will be men, so that the women will empower well. And I want to employ around maybe 400 or 500 Kayayo people, so that we can train them also for them to be empowered, so that they can go up to the north and work there. They can also employ other people.
The family business has evolved over time, not without challenges. Mrs. Abogbugi's spouse, Thomas Abogbugi, is director of the company.
Sometimes we want to engage people from the tertiary institutions to work as supervisors, but most of the time when they come, they also lack the knowledge of the work. And most of the time, most of those people, when they come, instead of them going down to learn, they put a lot of demands on you. Meanwhile, you don't see them as having what you are looking for.
Mr. Abogbugi believes tertiary institutions must prioritize practical work to prepare students for the industry.
So the strategies we have adopted is we get people who are not or who don't have any expertise, then we train them for some time and then we employ them. So we have to incur cost on them.
The company has over the years received support from Japanese organization JICA Kaizen, locally National Board for Small-Scale Industries, Council for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, COTVIT, the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and Association of Ghana Industries have all lent a hand. Prince Appiah reporting.
And still on industrialization drive, government's Planting for Food and Jobs program is to receive a boost with an initiative for improved rice production from Korea. It is under the collaborative agreement between Ghana's Crops Research Institute and Korea Program on International Agriculture. Over 3 years, the project targets to produce 5 tons foundation seed and 80 tons of certified seeds on 2,000 hectares of land. Love FM's Kwesi Debra was present at the signing ceremony and now reports.
The agreement will see the selection and release of high-yielding rice varieties to increase rice productivity in Ghana. 3 varieties of upland rice is expected to be released in 2019 and 3 lowland rice will be developed by 2021. Dr. Kofi Date is rice breeder and project coordinator.
The Food Research Institute has also done quality tests. I should mention Dr. Charlotte Odroyeboa. And they've concluded on the suitability of 3 upland rice varieties. They are aromatic, they are long, they are slender, they are medium, intermediate amylose. We are hoping that the COPIA project will let us generate additional data and then release this. But the release is not the end. Our aim is to get a number of commercial farmers to commercialize it.
Dr. Stella Aba-Enin is Director of Crops Research.
In this program, we are hoping that we'll be able to release upland rice. And upland rice varieties are varieties that can be grown anywhere that you grow maize. You can grow it. You see, unlike the lowland rice varieties, which were restricted to those inland valleys. And those are limited. But with the upland rice, I believe that we shall be able to expand tremendously the area of production of rice. And then with that, we shall be able to increase the production of rice in Ghana. And I think this is very exciting. And we thank the Korean government for coming in to support us with some financial support and also technical collaboration to achieve this.
Korea Program on International Agriculture, COPIA Ghana, has been assisting small-scale farmers to improve agricultural productivity and their outcomes. Director, COPIA Ghana Center, Dr. Cho Jeongri, is confident the move will reduce Ghana's rice import bill.
Yeah, the COPIA want to add one more hand for his research activity. So I believe CRI will realize the rice self-sufficiency to stop rice importation.
Reporting for JoyNews, Kwesi Deborah.
And back here in Accra, the Tema Oil Refinery says it has put in place stringent measures which will start yielding results from next year. That's the assurance from Managing Director Isaac Osei when he spoke in an interview with Joy Business. According to him, the woes of the company can be attributed to a history of legacy debts over the years, which made it impossible to declare dividends to the state. However, after signing a performance contract for 2019 with the State Enterprise Commission, Managing Director of TOR, Isaac Osei, tells Joy Business in an interview they will bounce back in 2020.
The truth of the matter is that we have a lot of legacy issues, but we cannot dwell on the legacy issues. We've got to look forward to making some progress and leverage the assets that we have in order to turn a profit. But I do not think that we will turn a profit in the next year. I believe that in the following year, when some of the issues that we've had in the past have been resolved, I think TOR will be in a much better place. And 2020. Yes, in 2020, definitely, I think we'll be turning the company around. The truth of the matter is that because of the impairment of the balance sheet over the years, part of which is being repaired by government through the ESLA process, now we have to show capacity as a management team and as a board, to move the company to another level, and that's what we are trying to do.
What of those agencies who come out with so many speculations, predictions? How has the outlook been that you've not performed?
Well, what I'm saying is that we've heard about the undercapitalization of a lot of the SOEs, but I believe that the Ministry of Finance has done a great job in assisting some of the SOEs to migrate to another level. And we believe that if we show the capacity that I know we have, then I'm quite sure that things will be much better for TOR.
Let's still stay in energy because 10 years after the construction of the Bui hydropower project, government has failed to settle its land compensation debts. In 2017 alone, the power plant made over $300 million in profits, but no payments were made for land compensation by government. Udila Ntiamwa in this feature tells the story behind the power projects.
In one of the protracted power crises in the country in 2008, Ghana sought to find a lasting solution to the power situation. In a $790 million project, the dam construction started. While 1,200 households were displaced and relocated, a big national problem had been solved till date. In 2016, when the power crisis had reached its peak, the Bui Power project alone provided 1/12 of all the power the country needed.
A month or two ago, I knew we had a problem with the Ghana gas, supply. I understand the compressor had a problem. So we're calling to be running, and we've been running continuously. And the thing is, we don't just run. The system control, that is a department under Gridco, they will call us, look, because they have a broader view of the system. Depending on what is happening in the system, they call us and we run. Maybe there's a shortfall, they expect a generation from another power plant, it's not coming, they will just call us to run. So that is why we've been running almost 3 units continuously for the past over 2 months.
It is Ghana's only vast producing plant to improve upon voltage when power is sent to the 3 northern regions. Since the construction of this particular dam, we want to really find out how this has gone down with communities that were relocated. Exactly what is going on with these communities? How has the construction or installation affected their livelihoods, either business, either education, and indeed anything that they do? That's what we're out here to find out. Resettled communities and the impact of the creation of this dam. With all the social amenities, the new 2 to 5 bedroom houses away from the attached and mad buildings, a market, water, schools, and many more. But what does the World Bank say about resettlement? Development depends in part upon providing infrastructure and facilities that improve people's lives and expand economic opportunities. This can be a road that allows a farmer to get close to a market, access to electricity so hospitals can refrigerate medicines and children can do their homework at night, provide clean water to reduce the incidence of easily preventable waterborne diseases that kill an estimated 1,400 children every day, or access to local facilities such as schools, clinics, or community centers. So per these standards, the Bui Power project may have scored really high. Meet Vida Donyo. She was resettled from the Bui village to this place. For her, the resettlement program is incomplete without a market. Her cousin in the next house say livelihood programs have been pathetic. It's not good enough to provide houses without avenues of jobs. So when I put the question to the first CEO in 2008 and CEO again in 2018, Alfred Owari, he admitted the livelihood program is long overdue.
And first, the emphasis and attention has been the construction of the dam itself. Having finished that, make sure that we're able to dispatch, maintain the equipment, and continue to work to generate the kind of revenue we need for the repayment of the loan. That has been the focus. Having done that for a number of years, 5 years, our attention now is still to make sure that we maintain the plant properly and continue with the dispatch, but also pay equal attention to the affected people, the project affected people, because they constitute a very significant part of the project itself. You're right, having provided the accommodation is not the end of the story. They need to be empowered to take care of themselves, not we feeding them. And so some studies have been made with their own participation to determine what kind of alternative livelihood programs can be institute.
The man who is on the ground daily, Wombela Salifu Arts plans are however far advanced to salvage the situation.
And so even before they were moved, we ensured they had new farmlands where they could cultivate and still had access to their old farmlands. For the fishermen, we've done what we call the needs assessment study to ascertain what kind of livelihood activities they want to engage in. The fishermen have selected fish ponds. And as I speak to you now, we've started implementing that. I'm sure by the end of first quarter next year, the first batch of beneficiaries will start benefiting from their fish ponds. So we are dealing with the livelihood issue. Others have chosen skills training. That is supposed to start early next year.
To Esther, everything about the resettlement is wrong. So I asked if she would like to go back to the village, and the obvious answer was a no.
Papa na de mo hu hwe da be hu papa bia wa ha nti mo pese mo san ko back da be back in day em pese e be ko but edwuma mo say ya pedwuma.
Esther wants more, including advancing the current borehole to a pipe-borne water.
Sinde on de ukoya na wakosa ba we be pumping sa aya de pedia uso mana easier.
I have come to the site of the BPA project, where treated water should be provided in a matter of days. With lessons learned from, the construction of the Akosombo Dam, the We Power Authority has really taken some cues from there. And one of the biggest is that, communities cannot be relocated with just boreholes. And so they're trying to put this 2,000 cubic meters of water production per day for people in the community and indeed the workers here. That means that about 1,200 resettlers, that is homes, will have water to themselves. That's like reaching about 5,000 people, in a day with clean treated water that is being done by General Electric and, of course, the Ghana Water Company. Christmas is a few days away, and Sherry, head of communications at BPA, is here to make the community happy. James Torizo lost his brother about 2 years ago. These gifts from BPA are a lifesaver, but like Oliver Twist, he wants more.
And what they say, a view of but then funny say, dear my this crack I gave one so funny star.
Leaders in the community have met to deliberate on where to locate a market. Tensions are a bit high, not only because of the market, but the fact that compensations for lands have not been paid. Nana Owo, chief of We the town christened after the power plant, has already dragged the We Power Authority to court. For 10 years, he has not been paid for land he gave for the construction, since 75% of all lands are vested in families and chiefs in Ghana. He told me they are running out of patience.
The compensation aspect is also something that is more worrying, in the sense that they've taken the land, they are developing it, but there's no compensation. So to have full authority over the land, I urge the government and the WIPA authority, as well as Lands Commission, and then any other institution that has a role to play. They should try to speed up, because they say justice delayed is justice denied. They have all the institutions available. I don't know why the court cases are fit dragging. At least they should speed up, because the compensation aspect is very, very important. Even if they had paid the compensation, we could have also started in one way or the other, to be helping our people.
Alfred Owari is worried about the turn of events. The WIPA project has provided so much social amenities: water, schools, computer labs, Christmas gifts, even landing sites which communities have refused to use, and markets. But perhaps the communities will be happier if land compensations are paid in full and immediately by government.
And that will be it for the marketplace today. Many thanks for watching. Of course, we'll be here again tomorrow for more business news updates. Meantime, you can always follow us on our handles: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn on Joy Business GH. My name is Emmanuel Abwaji. You have a good day.